can't take my eyelashes. I gotta finish this video first. She's trying to take my eyelashes! Say, Magandang Umaga. Ano pangalan mo? Janela ko. Magandang umaga, magandang araw, magandang Magandang Gabi! Hello Internet Kaibigans! Ako po si Rachel, your favorite FILAM Fangirl. And today we are going to be talking about... Filipino teleseries! Woo! What is so good about them Filipino teleseries? I had no clue. Just kidding, I really do know because I'm one of those fangirls that just love those Filipino television series. You know the drill. We are going to be talking about it, where it came from, how it came to be, why it's so popular. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because I wanted to go ahead and celebrate one of my videos in the FILAM Fangirl series getting so many views. About 2 weeks ago, I made a reaction video to the Till I Met You trailer. I put it out right when the movie premiered, and I probably should have put out earlier, but it was all an experiment. It was my first reaction video, and it was right at that moment. No, it wasn't at that moment. After I made the video, I just put it out. It's only been 2 weeks. I got 2,700 views. 2,700 in 2 weeks! I know I say this in all of my videos, but it's because I really do feel it from the bottom of my butt. Maraming salamat for all of the support and for watching and sharing with your family and your friends. Shout out to all of the people I do know that are sharing it with their friends and their friends and their friends. And really, you know, it's super cool because that is what Filipinos are all about, you know? Sharing stuff. I find it really funny how the Till I Met You video got so many views because that was the night that all of my footage erased and I just recorded on the spot. I was like,
the show must go on, I don't care, I'll just record it, it's nighttime.
So I did it, and that is the moment when I realized how strong the Filipino fandom is for Filipino teleseries. So of course I'm gonna make a video about teleseries. I still have trouble saying the word. It's so crazy how deeply rooted these Filipino teleseries are in the Filipino culture. Let's get right to it. Also, in my last video, I kind of made an experiment to see how it would be if I didn't post any captions, and apparently that was a bad idea because I realized that most of my viewers are FILAM too. Or not just FILAM people who are learning about the Filipino culture who otherwise don't even know Tagalog. So I am so sorry about that. I will go ahead and continue putting on captions because my lazy butt didn't do it on the last video. So now with that said, I can go into the video. Hindi ko manood ng Filipino teleseries hanggang kailan? Hanggang sa huling taon. Thanks to teleseries. Gusto ang maaral, gusto mag-aaral mang Tagalog, at dahil sa teleseries, na yon interesado ako in the overall Filipino culture. Diba? Bow down. Salamat teleseries. What is a teleserye? Wait, what is it? Huh? Basically, it's a Philippines television series. You can watch it on GMA, TFC, LA18, I think. There's a lot of Filipino television networks around the world, but the one that's most prominent that I know about is TFC. Teleserye industry has been alive for over 50 years now, and the very first teleserye was Hiwaga sa Bahay Sabato. Did I say that right? Anybody? No? Okay. I think I said it right. And that was aired in 1963. The Urban Dictionary, on the other hand, defines Filipino teleseries as a very addicting to watch, crappily made, cheap Filipino drama / TV series. It's addicting because the story is very good and almost all of them have some sort of magic or monsters.
What? Ano sabi nila? Magic or monsters? Hindi, oh. No way.
Okay, maybe back in the day they had monsters and magic, but I haven't seen a Filipino teleseries with magic and monsters. If you have seen a Filipino television series with magic and monsters in it, and it's really good, you know where to find me? Comment below. Teleseries are like Spanish telenovelas, which makes sense because, you know, the Spanish took over the homeland for over hundreds of years. We have the influence of the Spanish romantica, like feeling and all that stuff. We can thank the Spanish for influencing that much cheesy romance into our lives as a Filipino culture overall. Hola, me llamo Raquel. Yo hablo español poquito porque he aprendido español en la escuela de secundaria. Sorry, haven't been in Spanish in a long time. Durante 4 años. Ugh, I'm mixing Spanish and Tagalog now. Dang it! Incluso tengo teclado en español en mi teléfono. So, hablo un poco español, pero ahora mismo sé más español que Tagalog. So, yeah. I live in Southern California. You kind of have to know Spanish. Totally got off topic, but let's get back to it. Teleseries. Some main things that you should know about teleseries. Teleseries usually have a fandom. When I say fandom, I mean like Harry Potter fandom, Lord of the Rings fandom,
Marvel fandom, Batman fandom, Superman fandom.
Filipino fans or fans of Filipino teleseries are on another level, and they come from all over the world. When a new show starts and there's a love team that is just so popular, you will see like 10, 20, 50, so many fandom pages on the love team and the show and characters in the show. Yeah! And I personally love it because whenever I post something on Twitter or I hashtag something on Instagram, the fandom knows what's up. They know what's up. Teleseries are usually really cheesy. And when I say cheesy, I mean like a whole block of cheese. But we still love it. You know why? Because again, we're hopeless romantics and we cannot help it. Teleseries have predictable storylines. And I find this one to be really funny because we know what's gonna happen. We know there's gonna be a love triangle. We know that there's gonna be the mother or the father that breaks up the couple that are meant to be together. The typical love triangle. Or there's some chismosa who's like talking stuff, and there's someone who's a controbida who's like making problems. There's the big fight. There's the big revelation. There's the crying moments. There's always something, and it's outrageously dramatic. Outrageous. Like to the point where you're just like, that would never happen in real life. And they even state it on the teleserie. They're like, this never happens. This only happens in teleseries. Ano? Bakit? Bakit? Sakit ang puso mo. You know the drill. Something sakit, something with the puso, thinking with the puso over the ulo. Did I say that right? I think it's ulo. Oh, you cannot forget the plot twist where it's like, oh, I did not know that that was her long lost son who was in the accident from many years ago where she thought he was dead but he wasn't, and then they found out because someone else knew. Naintindi tayo. Teleseries also have super exaggerated acting, like my personality. The thing about this one is that I think it is overly exaggerated, but more of the international shows, the actors and actresses for international shows like Jadine and Kathniel and Liz Quen, they have been really good about not being so like, ah! Another thing about Filipino teleseries, so let me break it down for you, okay? They build up the story, and they build it up, and they build it up, and they build it up, and then it's resolved, and then it ends. And then you're just like, what did you guys just do to me? I just got attached to everybody, and then you did that, and then it ends. What is going on with the world? And then they bring up a new television series and do it all over again. It happens over and over and over and over and over again. It happens. But why do we keep coming back? We'll get to that later. These shows are aired every weeknight. That is my favorite part about Filipino teleseries, because when you're in America here, they air shows like new episode 1 month later, new episode next week, and you have to wait a whole week. The main question today,
What is so good about it?
now I do know, I actually did research why it's so good, why Filipinos are just like, watching TV is a thing. It's a part of the Filipino culture. Having the TV on and running on TFC or GMA is a thing. Like my grandparents, I think to this day they still have their TV on. Say you're the TV right on and they're just like, is that my show? If all grandmas knew how to use TFC online like Netflix, then I don't think they would keep it on. Random fact about watching TV in the Philippines. Did you know that most Filipino children watch TV close to 3 hours every day? Just kidding, every weekday. And then on the weekends, it's an average of 6 hours every weekend. I make that sound so dramatic, like, oh my gosh, so much TV, which it is a lot of TV, but Americans, just admit it. You guys watch that much TV too. And if you're not watching TV, you're watching YouTube, which is the same form. Or you're watching Netflix, or Hulu, or Amazon, or what else is there? That's all I have on the top of my head. It may seem like a lot, but really, a lot of Americans actually watch TV too. Filipinos just watch it on another level. They watch it, and then they tweet about it, and then they converse about it, and then they comment on it, and they review it, and they just make sure that their love team will get an extended show, you know? All in all, after gathering all my information in my head, I finally came to the conclusion that Filipinos are just, like I said earlier, they're romantics. There's the kilig moments. Those are my favorite. I love the kilig moments because I'm like, oh my gosh, so romantic. Bump, and you'd be like, like literally, it's so funny because it's like rated G love. I just fall for it all the time. My one thing that I know it's not realistic, I mean maybe it is realistic in the Philippines, but it's just, it's cute. It's like baby love. It's nice to watch sometimes, or like all the time, like an obsessed crazy person. I see Filipino teleseries as a person's way of just zoning out. Being able to watch something without crazy drama or road car chases or suspense. Just watching something happy-go-lucky, you know? To put up your feet and just relax. So I totally get it. Filipinos do that as an escape from reality. And aside from just Filipino teleseries being an escape from reality, I think any media is an escape from reality. We pick up our phones because we're just like, let's go look at other people's lives. I seriously could go on and on and on about technology in our society today and how it is beneficial and sometimes how it is also taking away our human experience. Aside from the science, the psychology, and the sociology about all of this, I just think that if something makes you happy, by all means, keep doing it. As long as what you're doing is not harming anyone, making anyone feel bad, and just makes you feel good inside. You know what I mean? Sometimes I have to watch these super cheesy, adorable, fuzzy inside butterfly feeling type of shows because it's my way of escaping all of the reality of the world. I like to stay informed. I like to say that I'm really well informed in the world, and being well informed comes with a cost. People, why? Like, why? Sometimes I find myself screaming at my screen because I'm like,
Are you serious? That judge really did that? Are you kidding me?
yeah, it's just, I like to stay informed and I like to know what's going on in the world, but at the same time, I do need an escape. So, Filipino teleseries have become that for me. I would love to hear what you all think about Filipino teleseries. I know it's something that's like a hot topic. Thank you so much for watching this video. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. If you're new here, please click this beautiful subscribe button. Ideally, I'd like to say that I post them on Mondays and Wednesdays, but for all my loyal followers, you know that I am such a procrastinator. Bye!